back everyone to Plowed Under as the Anti-Beast is in the ring and he's saying that he knows Brit doesn't have the guts to face him tonight, and he says, why wait? He wants to fight right now, and oh my goodness, the Mad Professor asks Monty if he wants a pop quiz, and it looks like they're brawling with each other, and oh my goodness, I'm wondering if they're going to get it on. And Brit says he doesn't want to wait, he wants to have the matchup with the Anti-Beast right here, right now on the pre-show. Welcome back everyone to Plowed Under, the pre-show to Naughty or Nice 3, and I'm surprised by what we're going to see upcoming. The Mad Professor is going to put the Ballydung Championship on the line in this this matchup here on the pre-show. I mean, he was called out by the Anti-Beast, Monty, and he accepted the challenge, and then they brawled a little bit in the ring, inside the ring, and the Mad Professor said, why wait? He wanted to face the Anti-Beast right here, right now on the pre-show. He doesn't want to wait till Naughty or Nice 3. So I guess these two are going to compete, but I haven't heard any news on if the championship is on the line or not. But this is the main event of this is one of the main events on Naughty or Nice 3, and I'm surprised that these two are going to go and give it away. And I believe it is the main event, and we have a co-main event of the Jewel Championship. But I mean, the Mad Professor giving the fans a little bit of a free showing of a fight with the Anti-Beast. I'm just shocked by all of this, and I would think that the board of directors is probably going to be having a fit about this, but Laurinaitis is in the back, in the trainer's room, tending to the some of the possible injuries he might have suffered, and he's getting medical treatment. But here comes the Anti-Beast, led by Dark Princess, and what a huge night the Anti-Beast has ahead of him. But I don't know why he wants to come out here and compete on the pre-show. I mean, the fans that came here tonight, they weren't expecting this until later on in the evening, but I guess the Anti-Beast couldn't wait. He and the Mad Professor couldn't wait to get their hands on each other and compete against each other. The Anti-Beast, though, he called out the Mad Professor, got the Mad Professor to come out here, and Dark Princess, she's leading the Anti-Beast down to the ringside area, and the Anti-Beast is part of the Disciples of Darkness. I'm surprised, though, that this matchup is going on right here, right now. But the Mad Professor, he's with Kato, and I know that we call her Kate Ho sometimes, but she's wearing her Kato attire tonight and accompanying Brit to ringside. And so we'll have to see if maybe that helps the Mad Professor a little bit to focus, as he has been a big fan of Kato, Kate Sparrow, for quite some time. And Kato is just watching now as the Mad Professor is getting ready to do his work here in the ring. But looks like he's kind of thinking about this. The Anti-Beast goes right after the Mad Professor in the early going. Dark Princess is on the ring apron, and the Anti-Beast is now trying to impose his will on the Mad Professor. The Mad Professor, though, he's been in this kind of a situation before where he gets behind and he comes back with an onslaught, but the Anti-Beast, you don't want to take any chances against this guy, because this guy, if you give him the opportunity, he will carve you up. He will destroy anybody in his path, and he wants to be champion, I think, really, really bad in Ballydung Wrestling. And the Disciples of Darkness, I'm sure they want to bring that belt back to their group, as Kami Kaminari, as people remember, lost the title to the Mad Professor, and the Mad Professor's been on quite a reign through this year. But I'm surprised that as a champion he would actually come out here to take out. Oh, the Anti-Beast has him set up, and a tombstone pile driver, oh, right through the announce table, and now the Anti-Beast is going for a cover on the Mad Professor. I can't believe that this is actually going down, but we don't know if this is for the championship or not. I mean, now a cover, but I guess a near fall there. The Anti-Beast, though, really taking advantage here in this contest, and he's now, oh, an uppercut to the Mad Professor, and the Mad Professor is in a lot of trouble here. The Anti-Beast is going for, I think that's called the sliced bread number 2 there on the Mad Professor, but the Mad Professor is just having a hell of a time here against the Anti-Beast, and oh, the Anti-Beast misses that high-risk maneuver, and now, oh, wait, the Mad Professor's not moving. I was going to say now is the time for the Mad Professor. he's wearing a little bit of a different attire here tonight. And the Mad Professor, oh, he's busted open. The Mad Professor, though, has had quite the challenge this holiday season against the likes. He had to defend the title against the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, and now I think I don't know if this is for the title, though, but, oh, that claw maneuver. But Kato distracting the official there, trying to help the Mad Professor in any way she can to try to help him avoid losing the championship. And Kato, I don't know what she's going to do now, but the Mad Professor just got hit with a tombstone pile driver, and now a cover 1, and no. Kato is distracting the official yet again, as now the Mad Professor is going to come back strong here. Oh, and wait, I think the referee, he's saying, I think he's ejecting Kato. I'm not sure. He's admonishing her, though, warning her that if she keeps on getting involved, that she's going to get thrown out, and the Anti-Beast is, oh, and a running DDT there, and Dark Prince is now on the ring apron, and Kato trying to cheer on the Mad Professor here. But the Mad Professor's really in a battle here for, oh, and I think this is just a brawl, though. I'm not sure. Now a cover, but Kato is on the ring apron again, trying to make sure that the Mad Professor doesn't get... Oh, wait a second. The referee has ejected Kato, saying that she is done, and now that's distracting the referee from the cover. 1, no, and a kick out. The referee was too busy trying to get Kato. Oh, and the Mad Professor attacks the official. That's probably going to be a fine for sure. And now it looks like Monty has got the Mad Professor up in a power bomb there, and the Anti-Beast now with a cover. 1, 2, no, and a kick out there by the Mad Professor. The Mad Professor trying to do whatever it takes here, as he's got the Anti-Beast set up for a running power slam. That's really come into favor of Brit in some of his other matches, but he's also been learning new maneuvers to use in Ballet Dung Wrestling, and now it looks like the Mad Professor is going to go to the outside of the ring, and now the Anti-Beast going up to the top rope, but looked like Dark Prince. Oh, and the Anti-Beast crotched there on the top rope. That can't feel too good at all for him, as now the Mad Professor is going to try to set up some other stuff to try and wear down the Anti-Beast, as now he hits him with that odd-type maneuver, and now Dark Princess is trying to shout instructions and trying to distract the official, trying to make sure that a cover doesn't happen, and I can't believe that Kato has been ejected from this matchup. That can't be too good for the Mad Professor or his confidence, as he likes having Kato ringside for his matches, and now looks like the Mad Professor starting to get a little fired up here as he now goes for that hero slam. And what a matchup these two are having, but I can't believe that they're going at it for free. 1, no, and a kick out by the Anti-Beast there. Dark Princess might have just saved the Anti-Beast from a defeat there. But now the Anti-Beast is bleeding. The Mad Professor is bleeding. These two are just going at a war here on the pre-show. And now the Mad Professor has a cover, hooks the leg. 1-0. And a kick out there by the Anti-Beast. And now, uh-oh, the Mad Professor is set up for a tombstone pile driver. And looks like he's in a lot of trouble here. The Anti-Beast just trying to impose his will repeatedly on the Mad Professor. And I don't know how much more the Mad Professor can take of this abuse from the Anti-Beast. But nonetheless, the Anti-Beast is trying to pull out all the stops. But is this even for the championship, you gotta wonder. And now a cover hooks the leg. 1, 2, and these two are going at it like it is for the Ballet Dung Championship. I mean, the board has got to be going crazy about this. They'll have a big decision to make, possibly regarding if this counts as a title defense or not for the Mad Professor. And now a cover hooks the leg. 1-0, and the referee was distracted by Dark Princess getting on the ring apron there, as she has helped stop a pinfall attempt here. And I think the referee is warning Dark Princess that he may call for a disqualification if this kind of... Oh, and Dark Princess with a kick to the back of the Mad Professor, and she shoves him off the top rope. And I can't believe that the Mad Professor, he can't believe it either, as he was attacked by Dark Princess, and now the Anti-Beast with a power bomb there. And I can't believe that Dark Princess would do something like she just did to the Mad Professor, attacking him and really, I think, throwing him off his game, as the Anti-Beast now is in full control of this matchup. And the Mad Professor, he hits that maneuver, that that twist of fate a little bit there, shades of the Hardys, and the Mad Professor is starting to get fired up again. But I can't believe that Dark Princess actually attacked the Mad Professor. Of all the things that you would think would happen, a female competitor getting involved in a big matchup like this. I mean, if Kato were here, Kato would make sure that Dark Princess wouldn't do something like this. But Dark Princess, oh! The Mad Professor from off the top rope there. Now he's going up again, and Dark Princess attacking the Mad Professor. The Mad Professor is in trouble here, but looks like he's back up. He's trying to get something going, as it looks like the Mad Professor is perched on the top rope, and he went off the top rope for a cross body block, and now a cover, hooks the leg, but no count there by the referee, as now the Mad Professor goes up top again, and with a kick again to the back of the head, shoves the Mad Professor down, and the Anti-Beast still on his feet, and now it looks like Dark Princess has been ejected from the ringside area for that attack. The referee saw it. Now a cover, hooks the leg 1, 2, and 3. And the Anti-Beast, Monty, the friendly, deadly Anti-Beast, gets the pinfall victory here on Plowed Under, the pre-show to Naughty or Nice 3. And the board of directors is going to probably have to have a big meeting about this, because this is controversial to say the least. And we don't know if the championship was on the line or not in this matchup. But nonetheless, Dark Princess with a huge assist to the Anti-Beast, and she might have just helped the Anti-Beast pull off a major upset here. The Mad Professor looked like he was trying to get something going, but he was attacked on the top rope, and then Dark Princess was ejected, but by then the damage had already been done to the Mad Professor, and I cannot believe that the Anti-Beast here on the pre-show not only fought the Mad Professor, but has defeated the Mad Professor, and now we'll have to find out what the board decides about this matchup.